Hi, my name is Hilda Zilkin, and I'm the author of Blue Mountain Mist. I am doing another entry today, and part of C3's history was the Dublin Massacre. In the Dublin Massacre, you got this component of war as well. You see that makeshift hospital in the back? That is exactly 2 seconds from Hanna's home. But we're going to a bigger location. We're going to show you what Hanna fought over the course of the last 12 years. So how did this start? So this started with her trademark Kanatamin's wings. It exploded with the trademark Kanatamin's wings. In restriction, which was part of Wolfville, the test site was moved from UFT area away from their form of light, you know, the old Ivy Leagues, Oxford, UFT, UBC, Princeton, Yale, all of those. And it moved up north to where there's bases, Barrie and Markham. All those locations were impacted immensely. So where are we going right now? We are going to take a peek at some of the stuff that is still going on, part of C3's history. Now, I shouldn't be doing this, but I am, and it's not for reporting. The biggest challenge is, and this is what killed Hanna, and absolutely, if it wasn't the arm cut or the neck disc remove or anything like violent like that, it was more the, you have medical degrees or you have engineering degrees and you didn't even want to hear out a woman's perspective, because Hanna chased after the military since 2003. So she has one of those love-hate relationships. The military is only strong until somebody else comes along, and then they feel helpless and weak and powerless. But she's taking you a little bit further north. And she's gonna show you some of the challenges that she had fought for. So she's in the car right now doing another entry. It's first thing in the morning. She's more downtown Markham, which is a little bit busy. It's not like a little bit where the tributaries are Rouge or a little further north. It's a small little town, and between the cornfields and the empty water sheds and the parks, our little town got omened so horribly. First of all, we have a massive size church now, like we're talking huge, 2 kilometers, no, 1 kilometer, massive church. At least that's how Hanna feels. Right at the corner, about 10 minutes away. So as we're going about 10 minutes north, she's gonna show you some of the other challenges. Now, what is she showing you? She is showing you where the Hornets' nest is hiding out, and they are like royally hiding out. But she's calling them out. Now she knows that. Now when we think of a hornet's nest, literally think of a beehive, because what ended up happening is at one particular time in conflict, they actually put parasitic material inside Hanna as humor. This is medical humor. Hanna didn't find it funny at all, and the way Hanna kind of fixed it was a lot of citrus, a lot of homeopathic things. But when you're up against massive institutions like that, this is what you're going to encounter. So first of all, let me show you where they are camping out now. This is all based on events that went on. These new 2 towers up here, you see in the distance, I'm gonna make it bigger, those towers, that is where they are hiding out. Now right across from those towers, they put a Luna Park. Now Luna Park is in Turkish. Luna means someone who's mentally ill, because Hanna challenged all the men. Now You would think someone who generated $1 trillion for this hornet's nest, they would at least have the intelligence to hear out the real evolve. But what ended up happening is they did not do that. They just arbitrarily did not want to be dependent on anybody and wanted to do things themselves. So in that building, what is in that building? There's more genetic test victims. We have to let them pass. So what's in that building right now? In that building, you're gonna find thousands of Indians, along with possibly the Turks that they may have injured. That I'm not 100% sure. These are newly up-and-coming medicals, and they have this intel chip that is lethal. And so, ever heard the story of Jack the Ripper? Well, they have 1,000 people hidden in this building here, and it's called the Hornet's Nest, and it's a series of 4 buildings. And right down the street is where the Dublin massacre occurred. Now this is very, very hidden, very, very quiet. And right across the street, a little further down, you're gonna get the Luna Park. And apparently they buried Canadians there. So it's like almost like a mass grave. Hanna fought with these guys for years. Now, why didn't they whack off Hanna? Because Hanna's trying to generate enough information that it brings out an alternative form of thought. So we're gonna go into the parking lot of the Hornet's Nest, and what is scary about them is they're forming bonds of new Jews, and you know, they put a Christmas tree again. The Asians did a fantastic job of hiding the cluster, but this is very real. So this is where they're parked out, and it's militia, a really high core militia. And one of the biggest issues about this particular beehive that you're looking at, one of the biggest issues is when we get so consumed with entertainment using military and different, we have lost grip or disconnected to regular humans. So the person who's guiding them did something nice. They started walking around saying we're chosen and this and that, you know, can you support us on this project? He is the broadest. Now this is the funny thing, he is trying to be broad, I know that, and he's looking at me and I know he's listening. And he's cringing as I'm calling him out, but Hanna has sensory. Now this is we're talking to a prophet now. We're not talking to a regular person. He's trying to better the planet, but I think it's just male pride. He doesn't want to come to my door and knock on it because he's trying to not be dependent on a little woman that fought with him for years. And right across the street is that Luna Park. Now I'm gonna turn it this way, and what you're gonna see is there's a cross there, 100%. That's Hanna. At night, it doesn't really show right now. They have Christmas decorations, lights, and we might have a mass grave over there. Now, a little further north from here, you're gonna see development. That development is fraud. So what they do is everything is fraud right now, because as our world of e-commerce changed and everybody can click, 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 people disconnect from the environment. Number one problem. Number two, we don't have enough resources, and everybody is asking the chosens for the hairdryer, the car. We just don't have the resources. Now, you see, and this was Hanna's project. So for 12 years, Hanna fought these guys. And, you know, as they made a lunatic community center up north and a Luna Park across the street, Hanna fought this Hornet's Nest for years. for years. And, you know, they're all excited. I know that they're all kind of, the Indian community is all excited, but at the same time, you know, they brought in militia because someone fed somebody wrong intel, and one of those sand parasites ended up on top of the mountain, and Hanna had to kick her down the pedestal. Now, she saw this female in Niagara Falls. When she saw the female, she kind of felt sorry for her. She knew exactly what happened. As she tries to save Israel as the new chosen, or whatever the case may be, as she tries to save Israel, she's royally frazzled out because medical militia ended up chipping her and chipping all the Jews. It's a problem because it's that domination, it's that need to control, it's that horrific abuse, and it's the theft of everything legally owned. So this is the lunatic community center, Lunau. That's completely new. This is a little town here in Markham, Ontario, and this is the type of challenges Hanna fought for years. But what ended up happening is, you're never going to believe this. You're never going to believe this story. Hanna was dating someone who's Kurdish. And I mean, this kid is a village boy. You know, to me, very cute, very sincere. And we have VIP media up in a little town of Markham, Ontario. We're in the downtown core of Markham. That's why, and it's morning traffic. And they flew their asses to Canada, and they are banging a little village guy. Now, doesn't matter what political views he may have. In the end, you know, that was a lot of energy, and all they had to do, which is Hanna questioning their intelligence, all they had to do was knock on Hanna's door and ask her, can we work together? But it's the concept of a female guiding thousands of men that killed them. So today, Hanna is looking at the militia in those buildings as they get trained for new fraud. Hanna is looking at the lunatic center, Lunau, which is new. There are scars all over Ontario. Our police got injured. Our military got injured. And they're sitting there now, and I know they're sitting there watching me. It's in the rain, you can't really see. They're sitting there watching me, I know that. They are baffled as to what they want to do. Now they want to whack off the whole planet because they made such a disaster and start over again. We lost nearly all the Greeks. Horrifically lost nearly all the Greeks. They were replaced by Indians. We lost a lot of valuable people from Turkey, again, replaced by the Indians, because the Chosens used the Indians because the Indians only recognized them. No other culture wanted to really take them seriously, so they piggybacked off the Indians. So China's in on it, India's in on it. They're all bonding with their male Jews, new Jews thing. And it was as simple as coming to a woman. And here is an empty school bus that used to harbor armed forces. It's really devastating. You see, I'm monitoring where they're going now. It's really, really devastating, the outcome of the whole thing. And they want to do it themselves and bring it out. But when you don't have the sources and someone has lied, and here's another one, they're all empty. When you don't have the sources and you're too busy lying, this is the outcome. And it's really part of C3's history. It's really some of the most horrific things. in a little town of Markham, Ontario. So thank you and have a good day.